Hi, my name is Michelle Alberson. I am the fifth generation of my family in Gallatin Valley. My kids are the sixth, and my granddaughter is the seventh. So we consider this a really big privilege to have roots this deep in this valley. And I served as the state representative. I also served as the city commissioner. And my next big project, in terms of legacy, and it's not legacy for me, it's legacy for my family, is to start a permanent real estate cooperative. I'm going to take you on a little tour of one place we'd like to buy, and then I'm going to show you what we envision for an empty lot that is just around the corner from us. A little bit about Bozeman, Montana, in the Gallatin Valley. We have the #1 economy in the state. We started here with Montana State University, which was a land grant college. The Ossheims started it. I'm privileged enough to have gone to school with one of the Ossheims. We also have Pro Football Hall of Fame Jan Stenerud, who came here on a ski scholarship and ended up in the NFL as a pro football kicker. So I'm going to take you around the neighborhood, show you why I like it and love it. You can't see the mountains today, but I will include pictures of the mountains. Hopefully you'll be able to get the gist of things. I'm a huge fan, but in all of your shows, I don't recall you ever doing a project quite like this. And I don't know if it would even fit into your scope, but I figure all you can tell me is no, and I'm no further ahead than where I am now. So, and yes, my hair is purple. I'll explain why. When I was 21, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I take a very special kind of chemotherapy called Entyvio, and those of us who take it are called Purple Warriors, which in my personal case makes a lot of sense, since on my father's side I'm part Sioux Indian. I am an enrolled tribal member, excuse me. Still early here, I haven't had nearly enough coffee, and I really do hope that you can find merit to our project here and want to help and join in, because I think by shining a light on what can be done in terms of housing issues and how real estate cooperatives really do help everybody, I think it would be phenomenal. And I think we would see a lot more real estate cooperatives popping up, not just in my state, because there's only one in my state for 55 and older. Now, I'm not that age, even though I may look it. It's thanks to icky prednisone that I look that way. My dog is bumping into me, sorry. But this is to help my neighbors, my young kids, my younger kids. My oldest is 32, my youngest is 25. And I want to do something for them, so that when I'm long gone, that they know that they've got a safe place to live, and that my neighbors have a safe place to live, and that it's not going to cost them an arm and a leg. Because if you look at our rental market, they compare it to Oakland, California, which is ironic when you consider we're about a quarter the size of Oakland. So please do enjoy my video. And again, I'm hoping that you'll want to join in and sort of document the process, and also be a part of the process and help us with our next big build that we've got in mind. So I will pause it for a moment and I will take you outside. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out how to flip the camera. I'm not having much luck, so I'll do it this way. So this is our parking lot, and over there, right along there, is where the Bridger Mountains typically are. And there's 8 little houses here, and we all have dogs, except for one lady who has a cat, but she really wants a dog. I think she needs a corgi. So anyway, as you look back, this first place here is mine. That's Matt and Ellen, and then is Dylan and Emily, and Spencer and his wife, and Sammy and Gio, and Katie and Sarah. They're both school teachers, and Michael lives next door to me. Clearly, we need to build a fence back there. We'd like to get one of those dog fences, but they're so expensive, so we're just going to have to settle with what we can afford, which will be a corrugated metal, because the way the wind comes off that knoll, we need to divert the wind a little bit. So we're hoping to use corrugated metal in a fashion that will allow us to divert the wind. These are 625 square feet high efficiency apartments. Or units. Each one has a beautiful little porch, and everyone has their porch done up a little bit differently. Now, right over, about as a crow flies, about a half a block that way is where we want our next build to be as part of our real estate cooperative. Now, I am working on the real estate cooperative side of it. I've got several phone calls and meetings coming up in the next couple weeks. And I'm hoping with my connections and with my former grant writing skills that I'm able to put those to work for all of us so that we all can enjoy the fruits of the labor, you know? So, my idea, one thing that's disappearing from the Montana landscape, sorry about the bright lights, is granaries, the old grain buildings. So here's my idea. I want to take and use 2 shipping containers vertically rather than horizontally. And of course, they would have to be sealed and welded down the middle, and we would have to put openings on each floor. And I want to use a chain pulley lift for those families who may need a wheelchair. Also, getting furniture up and down is a lot easier, and not an elevator because that's just way too expensive. I'm hoping we can do some sort of grass roof up here, or at least a gray water collection roof. I want to use a small shipping container up here so that people can have a greenhouse and a hot tub or a jacuzzi up there. I want this whole part to be glass, of course, vented, because in the older homes, if you vented the top of the roof, you didn't necessarily need air conditioning. And of course, fencing or some type of deck fencing. Use the mid-sized containers facing out this direction for for a garage, because we don't want a snub nose in front of the house. And then on the side of each one, we want to paint Permanent Gallatin Valley Co-op. Montana was founded with a lot of co-ops. That's how we got electricity, that's how we got telephone, that's how we still get shipping rates for those who live on the High Line, which is the border with Canada, which we do have the longest border with Canada in the United States. So a co-op is a familiar mechanism to Montanans, and it's how we got a lot of our major utilities and things like that. So, Scott Brothers and Scott Brother Productions, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will include some pictures of the Bridger Mountains, but you can also Google Bozeman, Montana, and you can see what we're up against in terms of our rental market, in terms of our housing market. It's just outpacing wages dramatically. And something's got to go in a different direction. So to take us off this such a speculative market in terms of rentals, I think the only thing to do is to proliferate with co-ops. And I think once people see that this can be done, and it can be done correctly, I think we'll see a lot more of them, which is good for everybody involved. All right. Thank you for your time, and I hope you consider me All of my contact information should be listed. If you need my phone number, it's 406 577 4395. Email, all small letters, Bozeman, Montana 59718 at gmail.com. And I truly, truly hope that you'll consider this project because it's kind of unlike anything you've ever done, but it's also unlike anything I've ever done before, too. And I think it will be a great adventure. Thank you very much. Bye.